Hi, this is Michelle from Seashells Travels. And usually people do a packing video. Well, let's do an unpacking video with me. I am actually in my cabin, just got my bag. Long story, but it is almost 8 p.m. and just got my bag. So why don't you come along with me as I unpack the bag and show you how I prepare and pack for my cruises. All the essentials that I bring with me or that I think I need. Doesn't have to be anybody else's choice, but this is what I pack for me. First things first, as you know, everyone uses packing cubes. So my packing cubes, these are not compression cubes, but these packing cubes I bought when I first started cruising avidly, and I utilize them for things like underwear, socks. That's what I use these for. My other bag is usually what I put, again, packing cube, usually what I put things like pajamas in to keep this all in one place, so I know exactly when I put it in the drawers, and I will show you that as I pack them away in the drawer, how convenient it is just to unzip and utilize what's in there. Next up, I have a bigger one that I have my, what I call my beachwear bag. Some wraps, some bathing suit wraps, throw-overs that I would use around the ship. Maybe I'll wear like a vest underneath the throw-over, as well as cover-ups. I should say not throw-over, I should say cover-ups, bathing suit cover-ups. So this is what this is with my bathing suit, and a couple of vests, or camis just to put under them as I walk around the ship. Now, the biggest asset for me in packing are these. I got these from Amazon, and I'm not going to put a link in there because I'm not an affiliate of Amazon. So, but I got these plastic storage bags. I'm sure you're familiar with them. They come in all sizes, and yes, everything looks so squashed in here, but honestly, once I take the air out of this, my items are not wrinkled. If they are, they're hardly wrinkled, like very, very, a little bit, like not even something to talk about. So, and then I'll put some of the Downy fabric release spray on there to get the wrinkles out. Sitting in the shower, in the cabin on high heat, and that steam as well as the Downy wrinkle release spray gets out whatever little wrinkles there are. But again, I took this all the way with me to Seattle, and I have to tell you, for days it sat in these bags because I had like 2 of them for that trip, and as you can see, there's like everything in here. I have my pants, my jeans, my dressy stuff for dinners. This is really convenient for me. This is my choice for packing. Another important thing to pack in your luggage is an ear tag. So whether you have an iPhone or a Samsung phone, you can buy tags to track in your suitcase. Extremely important. I don't leave home without this. I always walk with an extra charger. So this one's more of a universal one. So it's, you know, I can take it to Europe when I do cruise to Europe. By the way, group cruise next year on Celebrity XCEL, brand new ship, leaving from Barcelona to various ports including Italy and France. in Europe, July 4th. Join us. We have a group of us going, and this will definitely come in handy because it does have the European outlet, the port for the outlet. What else do I carry? I do carry a few of these, just two. It's small, it fits, I just throw it into the suitcase. I like it because, actually this one is broken, so I'm gonna throw this away. But I like it because it can clip like the cruise planner. Now MSC does not give you the cruise planner, but Celebrity and Royal still give you the daily cruise planner, the daily planner. And so I like to clip it and either have it with me or pin it on my cabin walls because there's a magnet to the back. And that gives me an overview of what's going on for the day. I sit with a highlighter and highlight things that I may be interested in. So this is a good one. Next is a recommendation that someone that I follow, she is also a cruise vlogger, Professor Melissa, and she recommended getting this test because she got sick on a cruise. And it, you know, I'm not recommending this test. Whatever it is that you decide to get, you get. I got it because I'm very prone to picking up things, bugs, viruses, etc. So I bring it with me just in case. Thankfully, I have not had to use it, and so this is something that I walk with as a precautionary measure. And I have a bag with all my chargers. So this bag, again, a wonderful gift from a friend. As I had a group cruise to Alaska earlier this year. Fun times. And in this bag, I have all my extra. See, I packed this like a week ago, so of course I forgot how many chargers I have in here, or else I would not have walked with the bigger one. But it's okay. I've got lots of devices to keep charged. This works. It's fine for me. But I walk with extra. Sometimes sometimes I'll plug things in and it's like it's not working for whatever reason. So I like to have backup, especially on a cruise where this could have cost me less than $10, less than $7 at Ross or Marshall's. It's a lot more money here on a cruise ship. So I'd rather walk with it, right? Of course, my makeup brushes I walk with, and I walk with a Ziploc bag and I put my things in a Ziploc bag because, especially when you're traveling, these things get shaken up and then they spill, and you don't want it. And I double Ziploc it, and you don't want it spilling on your clothes, right? Or staining your clothes. So I double Ziploc it, and I have shampoo, conditioner. I have a little bit of magnesium oil. I don't know if you're familiar with that. If you're not, research it, and if you choose to use it, it's not a recommendation from me. I use it. It's great for sleep. Helps me with that. Again, not a recommendation. You do your own research. And then here is that wonderful thing, the Downy Wrinkle Release Spray. Really fantastic. I spray a little bit on, as I mentioned before, onto the fabric and put it in. It hasn't damaged anything so far. So again, do your research before you spray it on things and it's damaged, right? It hasn't damaged any of my things. I sprayed on. I put the shower on very hot, all the way hot, and I leave it in there for about 10-15 minutes, and the wrinkles are gone. of course, you want to walk with your water shoes for the pool or for the ocean. And this is something that I bought, and I don't regret it. It is a cell phone holder. You can, because this is a double one, you can also put like your CPass card in here. If you want to walk with a credit card, you can do so. If you want to walk with any kind of identification, like if you need, like we were told on this cruise, whenever you walk off the ship, take a picture ID. Make sure and do that. You don't need a passport, but you definitely need to take picture ID. And so this is what I'll utilize this for. And the great thing about it is, and I'm sure you've seen these on other vloggers as well, but it keeps your phone dry. So in case it's raining, like the last time I was in Dominican Republic, and it was pouring rain, it was really good to keep my phone here, and keep it nice and dry. And then again, the other side, you can utilize the other side for credit card, for your driver's license. So there are two sides to this. So really cool, and it straps like a crossbody. You can adjust it to strap like a crossbody. So love this. Of course, you always want to walk with a pool towel or sea towel clips for the back of your chair. I kind of mix it up in case somebody has these or these. I do one-on-one so that I can identify my chair really easily. So again, these are my towel clips for my chair around the pool. And then I've got signs, right? Like everybody else, these are magnets for my doors that I'm gonna put on there. Now that I got these, it helps me identify my room as well, especially on certain ships. It's a little bit confusing. For example, this room, I have to go to deck 6 to get to the cabins on deck 5. A little weird, but I'll figure it out. It's just first few hours on this ship, so I'll figure it out. I'll get it straight, and hopefully only have 7 days to figure it out. So yeah, this helps identify my cabin when I'm coming in and I'm tired and I just need to figure out where my cabin is. That helps me. Another thing that's, you know, I found in Dollar Tree, I believe, at some point. I found this. It's it has like thread, it has some needles, it had some safety pins in it. There was a small scissor in there, and believe it or not, they made me take it out. I mean, we're talking maybe 2 inches. You know the size that comes in here. And they made me take it out on another cruise, open up my bags, and went through this whole production for a very small scissor. So no scissor, but there is thread and safety pins and so forth. I feel like I need to walk with this just in case. You never know when you need to sew something, if something gets ripped. Also, with regards to shoes, I know that is something that we as women can pack a lot of. My suggestion is 1 pair of sneakers in case you're going out on an excursion that requires walking. For example, on this particular cruise, I'm doing an excursion to the waterfall in Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna need my sneakers. I have them. I wore them on the ship. Another great idea. Wear your sneakers. Be comfortable coming on cruises, guys. It is a lot of walking. I'm very surprised that I've only done 8,700 steps today. Usually my step count is between 15,000 to 17,000 on the first day of a cruise. Just a lot going on. this massive ship is completely packed. They are sold out. Every cabin is taken. So there's a lot of people here. So I'm just trying to get through the ship as much as I can, with so many people. So I'll be doing a lot of early tours. So you're going to see a lot of early tours when most people will be sleeping. So coming back to the shoes, I pack one pair of dressy shoe. I pack one pair of, I call them flip-flops, but I don't think they're flip-flops. So I pack one pair of these. These are for my cabin. And it's up to you, but I don't walk on, although when I came in today I saw the cabin steward vacuuming the floors, but I don't walk on these cabin floors. I know it can't be mopped because it's a rug or carpet or so, and how often are they going to get to steam clean the carpet? And yes, I know this is a newer ship, but for my peace of mind, and again, you guys do what you want to do, but for my peace of mind, I always wear flip-flops, some kind of slippers in the cabin. And yes, I will use these to walk around the ship, to go get breakfast and stuff, coffee and so forth. So that's what I do. Of course, going to the pool, going to the ocean, I walk with sunscreen. Very important that it is reef safe sunscreen, because a lot of the resorts, they want you to make sure, on these islands, they want to make sure that you're bringing in only reef safe products to protect their reefs, and rightfully so. That is their form of tourism, and so that's important for them. I also bring, this is also really good as well. It's a Badger product. It's a mineral sunscreen, and I always get 50 plus SPF for my skin. Another thing that was recommended by someone, and I can't remember who exactly, but this product, I see a lot of, especially children, but I see a lot of people coming back from these private beaches, example, Ocean Cay, Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and those type of private resorts and other beaches with bites, most likely what we would call sand fleas or something like that. And this is said to protect the marine life. It is marine friendly, and also will protect your skin from jellyfish and sea lice, and it's a sea lice barrier. Sea lice, aka sand fleas. This is what was recommended, and I always walk with this, especially if I go into the water on these private islands. So I put that to my legs because usually I don't get in past my kneecaps, so that's what I would put on my legs. And then I always walk with some aloe vera sun gel. Never know when you may miss a spot with your sunscreen, and you may need this. So this is a really good brand. Again, Badger is a great brand. Again, this is not paid or endorsed by them, so if you choose to get it, so be it. And I make no commissions from these products, so just making that very clear. Another great idea that a lot of the bloggers tell you to walk with is some Ziploc bags. And I'll give you an example. I went to one of the specialty dining restaurants tonight for dinner, and by the time I had 2 or 3 spoonfuls of my appetizer, and then I had about 4 forkfuls of my dinner. I was stuffed. So if I wanted to get a few cookies or something from the buffet, I'll go put it in here and bring it back to my cabin. So it's a good thing to walk with, and it's small enough you can put it in your bag or your pocket, depending on what you would like to do. All right, and I think I'm down to the last package. So it's a lot, but it's things that you definitely need. I always walk with a few masks, right? Again, you never know if you get sick on this cruise. You never know if somebody's sneezing excessively near you, and on a excursion, and you're on a tour bus, and somebody next to you, so you're sitting next to someone and they're sneezing and coughing. I always walk with it. I try to protect myself and my immunity as much as possible, and that's for me and my health, right? I always walk with Bonine. Never know when we need this. For seasickness, again, my choice, what I choose to walk with. I always walk with an antihistamine of some kind. So, just in case I get an allergic reaction out of the blue for something. I'm not really allergic to many things, but you never know. I always walk with some kind of cold medicine. So that's important. I don't really take ibuprofen, although I walk with some, just because of things like swelling or so. Ibuprofen tends to work really, really quickly, meaning like Advil or Aleve. But I do walk with a few single packets of Tylenol, just in case. Again, pain relief, right? When your knees and your back from lifting heavy luggage starts to hurt, great choice. Again, I'm not promoting these products, but this is what I use, and I get no residuals from them. I always walk with a little bit of eye drops as well. Sometimes that Caribbean sun gets to drying out your eyes. This is what I use. Again, please consult with your doctor, see what you can use. This is my choice. I do have these on right now. This is my choice of patches for behind the ears to help with motion sickness. I have to tell you, between this and between these wristbands, I am usually good. I mean, sometimes the seas are, like the seas tonight, it's very, very calm, but sometimes the seas get very rough depending on the weather, and really wristbands and the ear patches really work well for me. Very rare do I need to take Bonine, but again, if I do, I have it, right? So very important. I always walk with one of these lint things. It's small. Probably got it from the Dollar Tree or Dollar Store. So, and then I walk with some hydrocortisone anti-itch ointment, just because, again, any skin irritation you may get from being out there, it's important to have something. Again, these things are so expensive on the ship. I don't, if I have it at home, I don't see the sense in spending all the money here on the ship to get exactly what I have at home, and it's not that heavy of a weight. I also walk with triple antibiotic in case of cuts and bruises. You never know. And again, these things can be so pricey. So with that, the last thing I'll show you, and my suitcase is pretty much empty now, the last thing I'll show you is a Tide pen. And how important is this? I mean, I was eating at Italy, which is the Italian restaurant, and if I had something with a red sauce that fell on my shirt, on my blouse, then this can be a lifesaver, right? Again, small, extremely lightweight, can fit. It makes sense to me. So with that, I am pretty much done with my unpacking video. And yeah, these are just my little sandals, and that's it. So three pairs of shoes plus the pair of sneakers that I wore onto the ship. And boy, I appreciate wearing these shoes because there's a lot of walking, and definitely was more comfortable than wearing something else. With that, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you. I appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like, comment, and share. Thank you so much. So this is what I mean by keeping your items in the packing cubes and just sticking it in the drawer. So I know this is where I'd find my pajamas and underwear, undergarments, etc. And then I will put this here with all my pool, also known as beach wear. So that will go here as well. And I still have room on these shelves to put other items.